implement the inputs, they see themselves in the forefront. We should not see farming as an food for thought. Farming should be business in the country. We should make farm as a business entity in the country. But if we do not create the environment and we do not support, every day we'll see young people leaving this country to Europe. And it is not good for the economic of the country. At the end of the day, what will happen? Our fathers who were not working for several years will go back to the farm to feed the country. And it should not be like that. You die at the sea, your father will take part, will be responsible of the family again. And we have lots of resources in the country. Government should create, give out packages to the people who are skilled, life skills, give them package at the end of their training to support them so that they can start, they have a capital of startup to do their work. Carpentry, welding, to be decentralized in the country. Imagine now you go to CRR. There's no life skills center in CRR. If I come to Combo, the greater Banjul areas, and acquire the knowledge, I have no support, no package that will guide me, that will take me to start up my work. What will I do? I end up going back to the provinces. I will not employ myself. I will not work because I don't have the support to do it. At the end of the day, if I see my fellows doing other things, I must venture into this back way. And it's not helping. It's not helping really. We should support the young people venturing into poultry farmers, small ruminant, horticulture. At the end of the day, when Tobaski comes, you see all the foreigners coming with their ships. How much are they selling? How much profit are they making? We can venture into those things if you have the support. We do that. Rear them in the country, sell them in the country, maintain the profit in the country. We can create employment within ourselves. These farmers can create more employment. You have self-employment. But if these things are not addressed, then we will not see ourselves nowhere. We'll keep on talking, pushing. At the end of the day, nothing will come out of it. For example, you look at the Sankolekunda rice field, Jahale Pacha rice field. All those farms where rice used to be grown annually, or seasonally rice is going to. But right now, go there, you will end up crying. No youth, nobody is there. Nobody is there. For 4 years now, that Sankolekunda project is not working. Nobody grow any rice field in that project. How do you expect the youth to stay in this country? You don't support them. A project running for 4 years, disturbing our economy, our livelihood. How do you expect those people who used to grow rice field in those areas to feed themselves? Neither to feed the Gambia. And they used to say CRR can feed the whole country. In which way can they do that without the support? It's not supportive. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. I now call on Honorable Member for Lower Fuladu West.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Good afternoon to this honorable gathering. It's indeed a pleasure to speak on this very vital topic on the migration and unemployment. It's indeed a sad story in a country of about, which contain of about 60% of youth. And then you look at that percentage, about 40% of those youths are not employed rather. And then looking at migration or irregular migration, the basic cause of it, like my fellow honorables have said, is lack of employment. That is, most youths are not employed. And sometimes you look at the case, even those that are employed are underpaid. That is, they are not paid to the, to the level in which they can sustain themselves and their families. Mr. Honorable, if you permit me to take a statistics of the level of which unemployment have increased for the past 3 or 4 years, statistics that was publicated by Aaron O'Neill. It was stated that in 2019, the rate at which employment increase was like about 13.5%, and it keeps increasing at 2020 to 15.47. Looking at these basic statistics, it is telling us as time goes on, the rate at which unemployment keeps increasing. Now, we youths are considered as the working population of the country. That means we have people depending on us. You have the old, you have the young ones too. If about 40% of us are not working, what becomes of the old population and the young ones? Where can they get their livelihood if the working population is not actively participating in, let's say, job opportunities in the country? They stand no chance of living. So, which means, Mr. Honorable, I would like this honorable gathering to look at this particular point because it is very critical. We have places or different activities whereas youth can get employment. For instance, you have football, which can be a great, which can play a great role in sustaining employment for youth. You have other industries. You look at Nigeria, you have the Nollywood, which is employing a lot of youth. And then you look at other aspects of sports. You have basketball, you have athletics. I think it's high time that we focus on those particular areas because they are very key in making sure that youth are employed, because less attention is paid to those areas. Based on what my fellow honorables have said, I think this is all I have to contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. We now have Honorable Member.
Point of order.
Yes, Honorable
Speaker. I wish to bring the attention of this August Parliament to Standing Order 30, Clause 3, which reads, during the debate on the motion on the adjournment of a session, no member shall speak for more than 5 minutes, except that the speaker may, at his or her discretion, allow the mover of the motion extra time for his or her reply. And I believe this particular session is not an adjournment debate, it's an open debate. So why are we using 5 minutes? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member, for Larikuna Saviji. That observation is correct. And depending on what the House may want to go with, the debate might be allowed to flow according to the choice of the various honorable members. As a result, we might continue with the timing if there is no objection to this suggestion. Thank you. And in so regard, I would like to call on Honorable Member for Sandu to submit his contribution.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Speaker, and the members present. My submission will be based on the youth irregular migration and unemployment in the Gambia. First, I will start with family pressure, peer influence, lack of training centers in my area, Sandu, counseling also, a lack of choosing a course for yourself what to do in entering to secondary school. When we come in terms of the family pressure, what I'm talking about here is that some of the family members or even the parents will say to a child that you don't see what a particular friend of mine or so friend of mine, what the child is doing. How about you? Pressures will be coming to a child to pressurize the child that you are doing nothing for the family. Sometimes they may even say that I will disown you. All these things are contributing factors that may lead someone also to venture into back way. If you come to peer influence, like the friends that, venture into
Point of
this.
order.
Yes, honorable member.
I would like to remind the honorable member for Sandu that the motion before the House does not have the word back way. Instead, we're using irregular migration. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable member for Ladekuna Savage, and that observation is right. Therefore, honorable member for Sandu, you might avoid using such word.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Okay, irregular migration. Right, peer influence. This one, what I mean here is that, some of their friends that have taken this, illegal, migration to Europe, they will be taking pictures, sending to their friends, which does not indicate the life that they are living in. That, led some of the youths to live for abroad or to do illegal migration. In my area, Sandu, like lack of the training, centers, I will say, if you look over the sea, Sandu, to go all the way to Wuli, I haven't seen any of the training centers around that area except, in the Basse, in which, it becomes very difficult for them to, be in Basse to have their trainings or other, activities that they can able to do because of what? The stay or accommodation that they will lack when they go there. So I pretty believe that, it will be important that, if we do this centralization of, these centers, training centers in my area too. Coming to counseling, I think it's very important that, we do more counseling in schools. Because if you look at this, most of the students, or even here present today, as parliamentarians, when going to grade 10, you don't even know the course that you are going to do. Nobody counsel you, nobody tell you this is the course that you are good at. Nobody tell you that, this is what you can able to do. To take you through what are the beneficiary things that you can gain from this other course or this other course. And if you look at it, if you go to some schools, what they will do is based on the aggregate that you score. That will determine where you will be or the field where you will be. The ones with get good aggregates, they say that you go to science field. Those with lower aggregates, technical school or arts field, we are here as parliamentarians. That we can say that we all pass through this some of the difficulties that I mentioned here.
Honorable member, your time is up. Thank you so much. We now call on honorable member for Fonyi Bondale.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. And thank you, the August gathering. Honorable Speaker, it is really sad to live in a nation such like the Gambia. I can relate it to many different areas. In my area, I can say from Kalaji, and my honorable members in Fonyi will agree to that point. From Kalaji to Block, it's very hard for you to see an IT school. That one part has encouraged us with the youth to come to Combo, to search for greener pasture. If that area doesn't work, we see our friend, one of our friends left to go outside to go and find greener pasture. We have the belief that, whatsoever we have around us, we will sell it. We take that journey. It is a difficult task on us. If you want to measure the development of a nation, you look at the young people of the society, whether are they accommodated or whether are they supported. I just write it down here. That is, we are willing, but not supported. We are ignored, but the less people are, less support is rendered to us. We are blamed, not motivated. And it is a sad nation. I have the belief that if we are encouraged to believe in ourselves. And if we are encouraged to do right thing at the right time or learn courses that can help us, we can build this nation. And to build this nation is going to be very easy because you take so many young brains, put them together, sit down and develop something meaningful for today and tomorrow. The way our younger generation or younger or youths are living this nation, time will come. We will struggle to have some elders here because they are all dying along the highway for one reason to another. In the area of skill job, you can have a proper skill here. You start your doing the skill work, but the thing is, we are more foreign than national. We prefer buying foreign products than our products in this society. At the end of the day, you feel like living all those dreams. You kill the dream. You said, let me try and go outside so that I can do better there. But the thing is, even if you are to go there, you must have a skill. If not, they are going to lock you or they are going to cage you in an angle. You either die there or you get frustrated. At the end of the day, madness will welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. Honorable Member for Upper Florida West.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor to give my submission on the topic Youth Irregular Migration and Unemployment. Honorable Speaker, youth irregular migration and unemployment is an important area to debate on as youth parliamentarians because most of the people affected by this are young people. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, I would like to give my reference on Gambia Labor Force Survey 2018. Okay. According to the 2018 Gambia Labor Force Survey, 95% of migrants cited lack of work as their primary reason. And to my surprise, this is the same reason that migrant returnees give when they are asked about it. Honorable Speaker, recently I had a discussion with 2 migrant returnees from my constituency, and this is the same reason they gave. So sometimes when you look at the issue, the reason they gave, you realize that it is an important reason worth considering. Because, Honorable Speaker, as said by other members from my region, when you go to CRR, you will not find any technical or vocational training centers there. So, Honorable Speaker, hadn't these training centers were available there, probably it will help to reduce the rate of illegal migration among young people. Because many people from my region, in order to be employed, they have to come up to the combo areas to get the employment. And when you do that, you have to stay with a family member of yours who is living in the combos here. So what about those who don't have family members living here? Obviously, those people, the only option they have is to embark on this illegal journey. The other issue as said by the...
Point of order, Honorable Speaker. Point of order from Honorable Member for Larikuna Savi.
The motion before the House is irregular migration, not illegal migration. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Illegal migration and irregular migration are interchangeable. So the Honorable is right for using that term. Honorable, you may proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker.
Point of order.
Yes, Honorable Member.
It was said by the IOM that the appropriate word to use is irregular migration, it's not illegal migration. Because there's no migration that is illegal. It can be irregular, but it cannot be illegal.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Such observation is right, and we would use the term irregular migration. Therefore, Honorable Member, you might continue using the term irregular migration.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, as I was saying before, the irregular migration issue, the reason given by young people from my constituency and my region at large, sometimes when you look at it, you realize that it is a reason that is worth considering. So my recommendation to the government is to provide more employment opportunities for young people. And in providing these educational opportunities, it should be centralized. They should centralize it. Like example, the educational opportunities we have here, we have the University of the Gambia, we have the Gambia College, and all those ones are in the combos here, GTTI and others. So when next time when they are providing other educational opportunities, they should centralize it and construct others in the provincial Gambia, so that other young people who want to further their education or in order to get good employment opportunities can at least do that in order to better their
Point
lives.
of observation, please.
Thank you.
Yes,
May I?
Honorable Member for Larikuna Sabi.
May I?
Yes, you may.
You are saying that government should centralize the establishment of these institutions. Is it that you wish to say decentralize or centralize? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Honorable Member, you might indicate what you meant.
Thank you for that observation. I mean, it's a mistake. It's to decentralize it in order to provide it between all regions without centralizing on the urban areas. Yeah.
Thank you. That's correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member, for Upper Florida West. We now call on Honorable Member for Basse.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me floor. It is long overdue for me to speak to the young people of Basse who have entrusted me and voted me into the power as their youth now. Honorable Speaker, I am very happy to give...
Honorable Member, if I want to correct the term of that position from youth NAM to youth parliamentarian.
Youth parliamentarian, sorry.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Sorry, Honorable. Okay. To give my submission on the motion that is youth regular migration and employment in the Gambia. Honorable Speaker, my constituency suffered a lot during this irregular migration. There are a lot of young people who always venture into this journey. I was very happy to hear the Honorable Member for Combo East stating about football. Honorable Speaker, in my constituency, there are a lot of young people who are well talented in playing football, but most of them have lost their life during this journey. Not because of what? Because they see that there is no economic gain in football in the Gambia here, but they have to go to Europe to have to venture into this scheme. Because in Europe, there are people that are highly paid than this country. Honorable Speaker, the opportunities in this country is very, very, very minimal. Because of what? Because of the policies that have been passed for the young people, which is not favorable or favoring us, because we are not part of the decision-making bodies which lead to this. Honorable Speaker, I see to it that for us to attain this good governance here in this country, young people have to come forward to vie for positions that are available from grassroots level, that is from our local authorities, local government cadre to the senior cadre. Because these people, they will sit over issues that is for us and which is not helping us. Honorable Speaker, as others also said, about the opportunities that are available in my constituency. Yes, it is right. Honorable Member for Sandu has stated that. There are skill centers in Basse, yes. But, Honorable Speaker, those skill centers, for this skill center, for you to access it, it is very costly. It's just that few of them that came now under the YEP project and also the European Union funding projects, like one of YETEP, they are providing free skills training to young people. But how many of the young people in my constituency access information on this? is very minimal. So I therefore call on stakeholders who are providing this training and these opportunities for young people to give information at the right time and to the right people. Here is my submission, Honorable Speaker. Thank you for giving me the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. We now have Honorable Member for Sabah Sanja.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to speak out. So I'll be very much grateful to contribute on the motion, which says, irregular migration and unemployment in the Gambia. So, I am very surprised that what my fellow honorable members just said it here. I've developed emotional feelings in me because, as the saying says, he who knows it feels it. So we are in that condition, especially the constitution I represent today. Use of Sabah Sanjal, to be honest, went to, in 2019, August 2019, we went for collecting data and the likes in various communities that are in Sabah Sanjal, because we have 57 villages in Sabah Sanjal. But then when we went around and then we were interacting with youths, so we went to some of these villages. When the elders were explaining how youths are embarking through this irregular migration, I couldn't understand. And then the problem, when they ask them, what are the problems behind this? People are saying unemployment, peer pressure, and so on. But then I believe in the Gambia here, we need system change. And if system should change, should start from us before system change. We are talking about system change, but then system should start from us and system should change. I will, take this honor to quote from Prof. Patrick Lumumba, who says, in Africa, people who have ideas have no powers, and people who have powers have no ideas. And that is what is existing in the Gambia. That's what is existing. You see people who are having the ideas, but then they are never given the opportunity. They are never given the platform to discuss what is affecting them.
Honorable Member, we please urge you to limit this debate to the issue of migration. Thank you. You may proceed.
Yeah, thank you so much for putting me through. Thank you. All right. Now, if you look at
point of observation.
Yeah.
Yes, Honorable Member.
Honorable Speaker, perhaps you might say irregular migration. When you said migration, it will be very wide, since we are discussing the context of the discussion is on the irregular migration.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I meant irregular migration. You might proceed.
All right, thank you. So we are still, talking about irregular migration. Now, if you look at, we have forms of, irregular migration too. We have internal irregular migration, we have external, and so on. So now, the case here is, we have policies that was set up in December 2020, and it was launched by the Gambia government. But then are we, is that policies being implemented? So that's the questions. So we, us, should work hard and then make sure that we are saying system change, but then if system that...
Honorable Member, you have 1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me summarize my speech. Okay. Like what I was saying, if you look at, we said, 60% of the population is being youth. And with, the works of the youth and then the cooperative of the youth, we can move the, nation or the state to the next level that we want to be. But then if we don't have this cooperative, work hand in glove, we will not. So, Honorable, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. And I'll call Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. I wish to submit on the youth migration, the motion, youth irregular migration and unemployment. I wish to restrict my contributions to the issues of unemployment in this country. Honorable Speaker, we all know that the main reason why youths of this country engage into this perilous journey is because we are unemployed. Gambian youths are not employed, and we all know the reason for this is because government don't pay specific attention to this ticking and alarming situation of the country, and especially considering the situation of these youths. How much does our national budget cater for creating jobs? How much commitment is given to the youths to get jobs in this country? So if you talk about migration specifically without talking about employment, I think these two needs to be considered very much. So my contribution to unemployment is that the government needs to reassess how vocational skills can fit into this country while providing every region of this country with a factory. Because let's take for an example, we have too much mangoes during the mango season. Most of it is wasted. So we can put these things into very good use by creating jobs through it. Because we don't even buy mangoes. We have them in abundance. So we can plant more mangoes and have each region have a single factory. Through that we can create more jobs. And also the technical and vocational skills. So this country needs to be very serious about the issues of the youths. You understand? The youth of this country needs to find peace at their home rather than internal migration can be discouraged by providing technical and vocational skill training centers in each region. What stops us from doing that as a nation? We waste most of our national budget into issues that has no value. A population of this is 60% of this population is youths. Why are we only talking about youths in issues of speeches and also in paper? It has to be in practice. And how we practicalize that is by going into action. Let the government create a specific allocation for employment and job creations. If we don't have jobs, we are always pushed to go out of this country, even though we know it is perilous. How many people lost their lives in these migration issues, especially with the irregular migration too? We all know that migration is as old as humanity, but then we also have to understand that why are people still moving? It's because the environment is never created for us in this country, and the youths are tired. If there is anything that the government of the Gambia should pay specific attention to, is unemployment. Because if the youth continue to be unemployed, we become idle, we go into things that naturally we should not have engaged into. We have Mile 2, if you go to the remand wing, we have too many youths in prison there. But coming back to the issue, if you take someone to jail, the government feeds them, and that is taxpayers' money. So why not you look at the root causes of all those things by creating jobs? And creating jobs shouldn't cost the government, how do I even call it, for the skies to fall. The government can sit down and even an employment bank can be created. We bring experts together and decide on how actually the unemployment rate is alarming. In this country, we have to be serious about unemployment. I believe the government can do better, and it should actually do better in issues of unemployment, because it's not giving no specific attention as far as we know. And also, all the time we speak about unemployment, the duty bearers will tell you about NEDI, YEP projects, and also the NYSS and the PIA. Do the statistics. How many youths have benefited from those projects, from those initiatives, compared to how many youths are idling after graduating from university, tertiary education, and even basic education? You don't have anything. You don't have anything to do. You are left to be stranded at home with the same condition every day. It cannot continue. Youths see, even naturally, it's not. I don't even want to call it irregular migration. We are running away from our countries because there is no hope for us as youths in this country. This is the only reason why we move out of this country, and that situation can be remedied.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I now call Honorable Member for Fonyi Councillor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker and colleagues here present honorables, and I want to align myself with what other speakers said as far as irregular migration is concerned and unemployment. So these are two folds that we need to look at. Unemployment will lead to migration, be it risky or whatsoever, for the fact that you are not given any opportunity to have a job, you have to leave to survive.